All right, LOG, we're gonna get into this. We got week 4 action. I think the last time I did a recap was preseason. I did rosters. I'm pretty sure that's the last time. I felt like that's the last time I uploaded anything for the league. But I'm gonna kind of freestyle this one today. Just kind of how I'm feeling right now. All over the place. But we got some games that we got to get into, so we just gonna hop in the schedules. Um, I have no idea how the league looks right now. I just, like I said, I've been all over the place. So week 1, we came out and we beat Koopy 31-21 on the road. It was a game I started off really slow in. I remember that. I went down pretty early and then I was just able to make adjustments in the second half. That's kind of how I've been playing this year. So some other week 1 games, some ones that I watched. I think this one wasn't close, but it was also a sim, so the score isn't accurate. We had Nebraska beat Miami by 20 on the road. That's the defending champion. Ohio State beating Tennessee 45-24 and some SEC action. Oh, no, I'm sorry. SEC action. It's Big Ten versus SEC. Yeah, great game for Ohio State. It was pretty dominant, as you can see. Let's see if Tennessee looked like he got away from running the ball pretty much, but he had to use 2 quarterbacks. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how his season is going, but we'll double check when we go into like standings and looking at other things. NC State beating Baylor 10 by 10. We also had Florida blowing out Louisville. Yeah, this one. Wow, Snoop didn't even like run the ball. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when he do it. Anyway, good win for Verbo. Coming down. Some other user games we had LSU versus Georgia Tech in the Brothers Bash, the Brothers Bowl. LSU taking this one. USC skunking Arizona State. This one wasn't close. It looked like Cam is on a little revenge tour right now. Oregon beating Kansas State 45-24. I mean, I like Brad's roster, as I said in the preseason. Then going into week 2 games. Uh, this game Baylor actually won, and yeah, Baylor actually won, and it had to get, it was like a he conceded halftime, and it like forced a loss or whatever. So, pretty weird stuff. But Baylor did win this game. Um, some other user games we had Georgia, Kansas State. Georgia taking the win. It looked like a pretty close game actually. Let's look at it. This kid is nice. He's really nice. Um, Pretty dominant offensively for both sides. Look like a lot of guys touched the ball on the Kansas State side. Probably just came down to turnovers, to be honest. No, not even. It looked like Georgia lost the turnover battle. Yeah, he lost the turnover battle. Conversions. I mean, he put him in a lot more third downs, and it may have come down to this fourth down conversion actually. Time of possession, even Kansas State dominated time of possession too, so it's not even like he didn't have the ball or like couldn't do anything with it. It just looks like he wasn't able to convert when it was time to convert. Also, we had NC State versus Arizona State. This was also a close game. We can look at this one. Um, Arizona aerial attack, pretty much no turnovers for him. So NC State played a pretty clean game. He was also able to run the ball and do what he was supposed to do. Honestly, I'm curious to see what this game came down to. Um, Third down conversions. Turnovers. Look like turnovers. Two turnovers to none. Um, yeah, that's. I mean, it's a winnable game. He got it has to hurt a little bit because it was very winnable. You just take care of the ball. You'll get out of that game with a win. And it was only a 3 point loss, so nothing to hang your head over, but definitely just you got to do better with that. Louisville bouncing back against LSU, 42-14. Um, he actually ran the ball this game, so that's something. Uh, take a look at box score, maybe. It just has to be turnovers. Turnovers is probably conversions. Yeah, 3 for 9 on third down. So he definitely did not deserve to even compete in that game. Um, I guess that's all of the user games for that week. Going into last week, wow, it's a lot of action to cover. Going into last week, we took on Texas, and I'll say my thoughts. I felt like I did a pretty good job leading in this game. It just I don't know what happened at the end of the game where his players just decided they wanted to be the best in the world, and they played nothing like how they played in the beginning. Like look, turnover wise, like I obviously dominated turnovers. I shouldn't have fumbled at the goal line, but that opened the door for him to like lead a little comeback. It was that, and then I threw a random pick six at the end of the game where it's like I wasn't even throwing to the guy that he was in like match cove, and it was like a little like a mesh concept kinda. It was a lot of levels, but yeah, he ended up getting a pick six, and then I had to lead like a late game drive to like set up the field goal or whatever. So I don't know. I gotta just get it together when it comes down to defense. I feel like defense is slowing me down sometimes. Even though I think I have a great defense, it just seems that I can't keep the game out of reach. So I'll try to double down on that this week when I play Bama, but we'll get into that when we get into that. All right, so we had Baylor and Auburn, which was a game they had to reset maybe a few times, which is insane. I'm guessing this wasn't the final score since it is a four sim next to it. But Louisville beating Georgia Tech, so he bounced back after that week 1 ass whooping. We had like no user games. Weird. Nebraska to beat Clemson late, very late last night. But yeah, those are the only user games. It looks like it wasn't really much going on. I'm guessing Nebraska ran all over. This is not the right graphic. I'm guessing Nebraska ran all over Clemson because this is how he plays. Like if I had to guess, yeah, literally, literally. Um, just a lot of turnovers for Clemson, and you're not gonna win if you're turning the ball over against Burt. Getting into week 4, we have. Let's take a look at our matchups. I'll actually go to Spreads for this one. Kind of conjoin the segments and give my predictions. So for user games, we have Florida, Texas A&M, Florida with an 18.5 spread. Honestly with these spreads, I can't. They get. I feel like they get crazier and crazier each week. But um, 18.5 is not a lot of points for Robo. Well, actually, he played him kind of close the last time they played. I think it was last season. So I wouldn't hate betting against the spread, but every time I bet against the spread, it literally never works out. He has me as 14.5 favorites over Bama, which I think is still a lot of points because I'm playing Alabama. Um, Oregon, Ohio State is interesting. 4.5 point spread for Ohio State. I think Oregon can cover though. I think Brad can cover. Um, and potentially win. Actually, I think he can cover and potentially win. Notre Dame, Nebraska with a 22.5 point spread. We have SMU and North Carolina. SMU 17.5 point favorites. And then Utah, Kansas State. Utah 19.5 point favorites. Did they actually play? No, they didn't play. I thought they played. But yeah, that's it for those games. We'll see what it looks like after they play. Obviously, top 25. Me and Bird at the top. Robo right under us. We have the runner up for the Natty. NC State at 4. Trav at 5. Brad at 6. Ghost is pretty good with Texas at 7. Utah 8. Ohio State 9. So a lot of Big Ten teams, obviously. In the Big Ten, it's six. That's 6 Big Ten teams in the top 10, which is insane. Like we've dominated a lot this cycle. I'm curious to see how it looks when me and Bert aren't there next year. But Louisville and Miami at 12, 11 and 12, and then yeah, kind of we get to a little um hitch there. We got North Carolina at 13, Kobe 14, and so on and so forth. Um, yeah, man. I think that's kind of it's kind of really too early to be looking at like conference standings and stuff. It's just a lot of games to be played. But um, Heisman watch, we got two players in the Heisman race right now. Jeff Simmons or Simons, sorry, Simons. Probably it's kind of the same thing anyway. But uh, yeah, he's having a great year so far. 314 yards, 22 attempts, and we got Oregon. He's probably the best running back in the nation right now. I'll double check the stats, but this guy he looks like he's having a good year so far. And also Texas is running back. I thought I did a good job shutting him down last week. Um, but he did score twice on like these ping pong ass runs where like nobody just decided to tackle the guy with the ball. Um, uh, Look at some stats. Why not? While we're here, never accurate. So we got a lot of CPU teams up top right here for passing stats. So notable users, we got Rack here, top passer at the moment. We also have Chris, um, Robo, Matt, pretty good so far. Okay. I kind of doubted Miami's run game, so I'm kind of surprised to see him with the most yards already in probably the least amount of attempts right here through the first page. Yeah, so 12 and a half yards per carry. I don't know who he's played, but he's off to a good start. 9 touchdowns for Michigan's running back is a good start. Penn State. There's Fuller, and there's the Oregon back. Touchdowns. Wow. Colorado. CPU Colorado is pounding. Users receiving. I'm curious. We're 392 for receiving. So oh no, we don't have top receiver. We have Rack with a oh no, yeah, we do. We have top receiver for user. Rack has top tight end. Touchdowns. This Tennessee. Yeah. And there's that freshman. I know he should have used I told you he should have used the freshman. He's doing great though. He's doing a great job right now. Um Defense is iffy because I feel like a lot of players don't even show. But Miami leading in sacks. Ohio State safety with the most interceptions right now, I'm assuming. So yeah, smooth start to the season. I think down the line I'll start breaking out what teams I'd wish to coach going into the next season. I'll probably just try to make a list. I know it's not going to matter because I'm not going to be offered by any of them likely, but it'll be good. It'll be good to talk about going on into the future. But Yeah, man. We'll. I'll drop a week 5 recap. Why not? Or week 4 recap going after this week. Yeah, just tune in.